Hi everyone, my name is Jess and I am a thriftaholic. If you've watched me before, you know that last year I dabbled in selling on ThredUP as kind of a little income side stream, and I wanted to share updated videos on their rules as their policies have changed dramatically. Go to thredup.com. It's an online consignment store where you can send in stuff from your closet, or you can do what I do and several others, go to thrift stores, buy things for low, like really low, and send them in to ThredUp. So let's get started. Now I want to share certain accounts. If you have previously sent stuff in, there can be a hold, meaning you are not currently able to get kits, bags, or labels. But it is currently October 2021, and I have 3 emails. My 2 old accounts from 2020, I can no longer get labels, which is kind of weird. So I open a new account, which is apparently against their policy, but as long as you use like a different email. I haven't had any issues. If you want to, you can even like use a relative, like my husband has an account. Anyways, so on my account, you currently can't get clean out kit bags, and it can take 2 weeks or maybe even a little bit longer to get clean out kit bags. Sorry, there's this fly. Do you see this? Oh my gosh. Anyways, this is a bag I've had since last year. I loaded up on clean out kit bags when I heard they were going to put a freeze on giving them out, because before you had an unlimited supply. However, this is about 12 months old, so I will no longer use this, just for reasons of I want to make sure I don't get my package lost. Okay, something that is a newer rule over the last few months with ThredUp. These big, and they're big, clean out kit bags, there's a weight limit. 15 pounds. Does not take much to get 15 pounds. Typically about 15 pieces of clothing. That's not much bang for your buck if you're paying for expedited, which is $15.99 processing, or if you're paying for a return assurance, which is $10.99. So keep that in mind if you order the bags, that it's only up to 15 pounds. Also, I prefer these. These are my favorite. They're a little over $2 at Walmart. They are the medium extra strength boxes that I get from Walmart. Sometimes they're out of stock. Pen & Gears, who they're by. Okay, so there is a size limit also. It's up to 60 pounds with height, weight, and depth. So this obviously is less than 60, so you can go up to 20 by 20 by 20, but realistically, that would be heavy to carry. They also have a weight limit that they are enforcing as of 2021, up to 30 pounds, so do keep that in mind. I previously would never weigh my boxes, and I'm guessing I would stuff them as full as I could. So I'm guessing they did weigh over 30 pounds, and they're obviously eating too much shipping costs. So up to 30 pounds. I have had people message me and say that their boxes weighed like 34 or 33, and they were notified that if they went over weight limits on their boxes 3 times, that they'd be banned from ThredUp. So you need to have a scale, and I know when you put your item on a scale, you have to be able to see that number, and I learned this trick probably 6 months ago. There is a lock button on the side of your scale, as long as you're using a shipping scale. So you put the huge box on there as best as you can, like as level as you can, and you push that lock button. So then when you take the box off, the number that was previously on there will still be there once you remove the box. So that is how I'm able to. So I have to keep track of the number of items, therefore I'm not able to send as much as I have in the past. So, for example, right now I'm sending winter sweaters, coats, shoes, purses that weigh more than summer apparel. So on my last kit, my most recent one that just processed, I only sent in 23 items. They accepted 17. They did not accept a pair of sandals and some other stuff that I'll discuss in a later video. Okay, so here's your box, up to 30 pounds. Print your label right from your house. It's great. Okay, so now I'm going to show you typically what I send in. It's a mix of, I send in a lot of mature brands. I stay away from blouses unless they are high-end. However, I live in a very rural area here in Central Illinois, and so I hardly ever find, like, I'm happy to find Eileen Fisher. So let's get started. I'm going to show you a combination of exactly what I send. The box I currently have everything in is just used for storage, so I will transfer it all into here later. I don't want to bore you with like lint rolling. Keep in mind they do not iron or steam their clothing. And so I'll put a picture up here in the corner. I think it was a Lafayette 148 blouse was a wrinkled mess, and ThredUP just took its picture, put it up online, and the chances of it selling are significantly less because who's going to want to buy a wrinkled shirt, right? It is difficult to ship items in a box. You want to get as much in there as possible without creating wrinkles. A suggestion that you may want to try if it's kind of a wrinkle, like a cotton shirt or something, is possibly to roll your item. It's also been known to save space. So I have previously done a video last year. If you want to check it out, I'll put it in the description below, where I compared putting items in a clean out kit bag versus a box. And I think I actually got a few more items in the bag. Now keep in mind, I doubt it was like a bunch of coats and sweaters, but it was a little like investigation I did and it shocked me. So keep that in mind. Rolling can save you some space and reduce the wrinkles. All right, so enough of me jibber jabbering. I will let you know. I'm going to show you first bread and butter mature items that I use just to like fill the box. And a lot of people buy their known brands that they can afford, which is typically mall brands. They're the most common, as you know, like the 1% are wealthy. So keep that in mind, that the general population is just like you and me. So let's get started. I actually went to my honey hole, which I'm not going to say, today. So these items I'm going to show you, I just paid less than 40 cents a piece. So my strategy for ThredUP is bulk. Because of the way their policies, it's harder for resellers to make profit. So I buy as low as I can. I will pay it for some stuff, which I'll get to in a minute. But I lost my train of thought. So I'm going to show you these items and let's get to it. Oh yeah, I want to make $5, around $5 a piece or more. So therefore, if I spend like 40 cents to $5, that's great, which means I'll be sending in multiple boxes a week. I currently do not have a hold on that third account of mine. So I think right now I have 8 labels that I've been able to create. I'm guessing I will get a hold put on eventually. Like I stated, another side note before I show you these clothes is that recently there's been a new ThredUP warehouse open up in Texas, which is great because we all know there's long processing times and people are tired of waiting several months. If you send in expedited processing, I believe it's 3 weeks. Don't quote me because ThredUP changes their rules all the time. But if you do standard processing, it's typically about 3 months. But I've heard of people being like almost 5 months. That's never happened to me, but just giving you the heads up. And you can only get 1 expedited label per month. But for some reason on this new account, I somehow got 2 this month. So anyways, enough of that. So here, this is Anna, a new approach. I think this is from like Kohl's, but I will tell you, this style is absolutely adorable. If they don't want to take it after a few attempts, I will probably just keep it. It's just like this knotted neutral knit sweater. I have sold cardigans on ThredUP with their new processing, and I did raise it above the 50%, but they're from my own personal closet, so I didn't care if I really made money, and I got $6 from them. So just keep that in mind. Okay, I also look for plus size. Plus size does really well. Career wear does well now that most everyone is going back to work in the office, unless you're a reseller and then, you know, you're probably in your sweats like I am right now. So plus size, career wear, you also want to think about how something would photograph. ThredUP takes decent pictures compared to just us at home, like if it's a jumpsuit or something. So I found this blazer. It has gorgeous embroidery on the front, the back, and it is plus size. Always make sure that it has the brand and the size. So that is a size 22. It is Coldwater Creek. I'm looking to make $10. But like I said, I paid 40 cents. And I'm sorry if I'm a little hoarse. I'm getting over a cold. All right, so I like to stick with pants, sweaters, dresses, jackets, shoes, purses, etc., etc. All right, so here we have a corduroy jacket. It's pretty simple, snap front. And this is JM Collection, which I believe is McLaughlin. What's the name? Something McLaughlin. It's her sideline. And, you know, I'm looking to make $5 to $10. These are the items that, you know, are most likely to sell. In my opinion, this is Coldwater Creek, size 4. It's just a pair of burnt orange pants, but this color is pretty trendy. And I think it'll do well. I do not send items if they're pilly, if they are faded, and such. Here's an athletic burnout pink zip up. This is simply Exertech, but I have sold it before. It's a 1X as well. I typically, if I'm on the fence, if I'm going to pick something up, if it's a larger size, it sells me to get it, to send it to ThredUP. I do decent with formal style blazers. So this is a little bit more formal. It's got like a sheen to it, and it is plus size as well. It is simply Sag Harbor. This will probably do so bad. I will max the price out on this. Is it plus size? No, it's actually only size 12. So I will max my price out, and I'm guessing I will get less than $10 for that. But something also to know with the new pricing, if you raise your price more than 50% of ThredUP's initial pricing, you will incur a $5.99 fee if your item does not sell. You can still mark your item up to the 80% retail mark, but keep in mind, you're like, for me, I'm not going to pay $6 to get this back. I will just lose out on the 40 cents and move on with my life. So this is trial and error. Like I said, I'm just getting back into ThredUP, so take everything I say with just from my own experience, and everyone's will be different. I picked this one up based on style. This is a houndstooth trench coat. It is pretty cute. Let me fix the cuff. It is by a brand I'm not very familiar with, but it's a size large. It's a houndstooth trench coat, and this print is very on trend for this season. It's pretty much a classic style, but. And here, I got this because I thought for holiday. Now, if you send in kits currently, they are not going to process until estimated time of December 30th. And so this will most likely go after December 30th. Now, when you send in beaded items, you need to make sure that there are no loose beading because they will not accept them, in my experience. Okay. And that was just another mature brand, Christopher & Banks, I typically pass on, but I like the style. They love London Fog. They also love leather coats, jackets. They price them very well. I sent in a Wilson's leather coat, like trench coat, and they priced it. I think I marked it. I was able to mark it up to $120 without incurring the return fee. So this is London Fog, but it's also a 1X. Most London Fogs I see in the thrift store are very old. This one is a modern style. It's nice. Has the sash, the tie belt. So this is another just plain Eddie Bauer utility jacket. It's a modern style. I try to stay away from the older styles. Size large. They do take some vintage. I've actually bought a pair of vintage pants from them to resell. Oh, I got this based off of style. Look at those colors. That is perfect for fall. Obviously, it's not going to be listed anytime soon. It's just Jillian and Nicole brand I've never heard of. But it is a 3X, which is a great size, and it's just like a knit cardigan. So again, I'm looking to make probably $5 off of that. This is a new line from Talbot's that I was not aware of. I do like sending in Talbot's, but only their bigger pieces. So it's just a casual athleisure light blue zip-up jacket. It is T by Talbot's. So there's the tag. And they actually have the T logo right there. So think for the coming new year, people typically buy more activewear. So keep that in mind as you are in the thrift. Here is just another special occasion blazer. This is black, but of course it's washed out on film. Look at all that beading. I did look closely to make sure the beading is intact. It's Coldwater Creek, and it's also a 24. If this was a size small, I probably would have passed. Okay, now I'm going to show you some pieces that will hopefully drive the price up for, I got some chocolate on my finger, of my total profits. For instance, I think I showed this in a video recently on my last haul, actually, a Carlisle jacket. I found a previous Carlisle jacket before, and I was able to mark it to like $150 without a penalty. So another one that resells poor, but I think has high retail, is D's Marrow. They also love to price Wilson's. This is actually didn't sell the first time. This is like a Y2K mini bag of Wilson's leather. So I will send that back in. I love sending in purses and shoes. If I could just do that, I totally would. But like I said, where I'm located, I don't have resources to that in quantity. So right now I'm still finding some bread and butter that I've previously showed you guys in hauls. Oh, here's a good one that they list well. And this is leather. They will absolutely price this very well. And it's been in my death pile, guys, for a year. I actually forgot about it. Classiques Interior. It is a small, but it is leather. It's a modern style. I really like it. I mean, you kind of get the gist. I fill up probably 75% of my kits with mall brands, typically mature brands, career wear, because I will sell the other stuff. And then I like selling plus size. I try to stick with, think ahead, like if you're sending something in now, obviously it's going to be winter months. So they're less likely to accept summer items. I've previously sent stuff in year round, but currently, according to the stuff I sent my most recent kit, they didn't accept stuff that was seasonal for spring, summer. So I'll just, get it back with my return assurance, which I highly recommend getting, and resend it later. Just looking at these brands. Yeah. Oh, here's Rag & Bone. It's just a simple quilted sweatshirt. And I don't know if I've ever sold Rag & Bone myself, but it's not like a super desirable piece. It's pretty blah. So I'm just going to send that in. But I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Now, again, this is just my experience. I'm going to continue to share my experience on here with you guys. My kits go to Phoenix, Arizona, if that matters to you guys at all. And feel free to comment down below what your current experience is with ThredUP. And if your kits are going expedited, how long are they taking to process? My kit that just got processed last night was only there 5 days and it processed. So that's great. And with my standard processing, I sent stuff back in July that is yet to process. So I hope you guys have a great day and I will talk to you soon. Bye.